Injustice: Gods Among Us, the game where Superman takes one devious L and loses his mind. I've just been really wanting to talk about Injustice in some way, but I don't know how to make videos on comics, and everyone hates the movie, so what does that leave me with? 2 games. The game opens up with news reports of millions being dead in Metropolis and a bunch of officers slow-mo running into a station. And the next thing we hear is Joker's muffled laughing as the camera pans to a red door. Inside is Batman interrogating the you know what, I'm not gonna call him the Jonkler, I'm not gonna call him the Jiggler, not this far in, bro. It's a sickness. And Batman is demanding to know where Joker got a nuke from. We are already starting off crazy. He done blew a hole in Metropolis. But Joker's like, hey, it's a silly little secret, Batman. So Batman tries to choke him, but Superman blasts through a nearby wall, and that brother is not happy, tells Batman to stand out the way. But Batman's like, hey, I'm handling it. The buses for Arkham Asylum should be here any minute. No. What are you talking about? In a rage, Superman flips the table and throws Joker at the wall. Now, the reason that Superman is here, besides, Metropolis being in shambles, is because Joker drugged Superman, making him unalive Lois, who was pregnant in this universe. And then he set off a nuke in Metropolis, for giggles. And Superman grabs that clown up and Joker starts whispering all sorts of obscenities in his ear. Your baby's dead. Womp womp. Joker felt none of that. Insanity is a hell of a drug. He gets up, walks to a chair, and says, well, that was a hoot. Cart me off to Arkham Asylum, I have way more war crimes to plan. But Superman has had one encounter with the Joker, and that is enough. Grabs him by the neck. Batman decides it's time to step in, finally. But Superman throws him back. Look at how he flies through the air. And now he should be dead, like hitting the curb like that at that angle on his neck. Who's really the Man of Steel here?
Dies of cringe.
But then Superman ends Joker, leading to a slight deviation in this timeline. Nothing too crazy, just tyrannical Superman and all the purest, kindest, most selfless people on this planet turning evil out of nowhere. But we'll spin back to all of that later. And you know what? I think Injustice was the reason that we got that whole evil Superman wave, that darker tone era that led to the horror show that was the DC movie universe. But not only did Injustice inspire the vibes, it also has multiverse stuff too. But don't trip though, this is before the multiverse sucked. So then we get thrown into a massive fight in the main DC universe. Green Lantern is hawking down Sinestro with a minigun. Shazam is squabbling with The Rock and he's going out like Scar King. And Superman is fighting whoever that is. I do not care who he is. Get out of the comments. I see what you're doing. Stop. Stop! But Superman knocks that brother into the ground, and then Wonder Woman and Aquaman start tying him up, and Superman can't even get his plans out before Doomsday shows up. Now, I have seen the movie. This is bad news. Superman rushes him, but... Now up in the Watchtower, the Teen Titans are fighting for their life. Lex is up there shooting rockets, Nightwing is taking hits to the face from Bane, Raven is deflecting, and Cyborg is hosting a whole WWE match with Solomon Grundy. And Raven has this really weird voice effect on her.
I detest violence, Luthor, but I'm even less fond of you.
Wait a minute!
A new hand touches the beacon.
But the situation gets so bad that Nightwing has to call Batman for backup. Yo. Holy melanated mackerel, Batman. The villains have captured Flag A in the Watchtower. Beam up here quick. Nah, you'll be fine. Tell you what, I'm gonna go free some villains from the Arkham Asylum real quick and then I'll be there. Maybe. Bruce, please. So Batman and a guard make their way to Joker's cell at the asylum, but Batman finds a whole tripwire before they enter. This is no good. They open up the cell to find a conglomerate of C4. So what if Batman was slightly off his game? What if another guard went to go check on the Joker, Then what, the asylum was just over with? Oh no. But Batman being Batman senses another danger with his spider powers, blocks some shurikens with his cape and it was slayed. And the two start to squabble and Deathstroke is looking terrible out there. Look at these combinations. Somebody is paying him right now and he's going out crazy. But finally it is my turn to take the controller and look, I am not playing with him.
It's been a long rivalry, Bat. But this is the only way it could end.
But after the fight, Batman tries calling Nightwing at the Watchtower, but it is crickets up there. Next, we see the Justice League is out there pulling power moves on Doomsday. Shazam peeps this 15-ton monstrosity falling and gets out the way, but the opposite is true for The Rock. Now, if you didn't notice, The Rock is in his human form, so Green Arrow shoots a safety cushion. What is going on? Superheroes and villains with arrows will find any way to put anything in an arrow. It is crazy. But Flash pops up and says something stupid like, maybe we're the Injustice Gods Among Us. Like, what is he talking about? But anywho, Doomsday gets up and luckily Superman spins back to handle his villain. And back at the Watchtower, Cyborg is delivering these sick combinations to Grundy's gut. Raven is trying to catch Catwoman and Nightwing is destroying Bane's legacy, is what I would say if this didn't happen. So Batman finally shows up, right? And Lex sicks Bane on him. And I want you to take a wild guess as to what Bane says. Matter of fact, nah, just listen.
Now I break your back.
I am at the end of my rope. I don't think Bane is known for anything outside of breaking Batman's back, which sucks because he's usually a very competent villain. It's like no one can make anything Bane related with Batman involved that doesn't mention him breaking Batman's back. I mean, maybe the old movie, but I don't even think Bane could talk in that, so it doesn't even count. Writers be so thirsty to get that line off that I'm 100% certain that you could bet money on it. Say Bane is the next big Batman villain. Put $1 million on him saying or do something that relates to the back breaking. I guarantee that money is yours. And if by some anti-miracle he doesn't act on his obsession, well, at that point you got outside forces plotting on your downfall. Like, imagine if Joker brought up the killing joke every 10 seconds. Oh, Batman, I shot Batgirl, Batman, I shot Batgirl, Batman, I shot Batgirl. Somebody please give Bane a new story. But I beat him, and now Lex is the only villain left standing. He starts walking over to Batman, but ruh-roh, a mini game pops up, and these are all over the game. I like them, they're way better than regular quick time events, and I'm all for it. But while I'm at it, if you play Injustice 1, my heavens, please play it on console. For some reason, the PC version does not support controllers at all, so you get all these numbers in the place of buttons. Now, fighter game players will probably be cool because they have this universal number controller scheme that I just found out was a thing when MK dropped. If you are making fighting game tutorials, please flash this on the screen or something. Like, I've been trying to learn how to play these games for years, just to click on a how-to video and be greeted with this. What you're gonna want to do is hit 1221 and then star. Now, in a split second of the iframe, you're gonna want to drive your mom's car into the neighbor's house. Bada boom, you've just done 50% damage without burning meter. But Lex and his goons are down. However, an alarm goes off. Catwoman says, "What's that?" "You are not on the team. Go handle that life sentence." What are you talking about? I'm talking about what's that? What? So Batman and Cyborg pick up mad amounts of radiation from Metropolis. Two things. One, they straight up stole Bruce Willis's face for Lex. I would sue, not for the money, but because of the horror show that DC has put us through in the last decade. And two, Lex gave Joker and Harley a nuke. Why are we giving Joker nukes? What is happening? Why him? Of everybody, why him? But then Lex continues to yap about evil and morality and blah 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 blah. So Joker and Harley are mid setting up the nuke, and my word, I say, what is she wearing? Like, why? What battle advantage are we gaining? Brother, I know the designers were in Blender losing sleep. So Batman starts beaming back down to Earth. Joker tells Harley to go get the car ready. She says, and he... What type of game is this? Now, unlike 99% of the other games I've played on this channel, I have never ever played this one before. Brother, I am getting flashbanged every 9 seconds here. But she leaves, Batman appears, and Joker starts pressing buttons all on the controller. Makes Batman stop dead in his tracks. Now, the League is on their way here, and oh my gosh, it is looking like Joker is about to hit the button, but this shouldn't be an issue at all, because Flash is in this game. The entire Justice League is in this game. But most importantly, Flash is there. He can do it. He can get there in an instant. Why are they playing on his name? Like, just tell me that he has a broken ankle or something. Give me something to work with, please. But right as Joker activates the nuke, him and Batman get teleported, not to another city or a hideout, the Injustice Dimension. So it's a regular squabble you want, huh, Batman? Well, put him up. Kinda reminds me of the alley my parents died in. So they start fighting, but look how it ends. What are they trying to tell me? But obviously some cosplayers bar fighting in the middle of the street attracts the police. They swarm the duo, but Batman cannot handle hard time. Activates a sonic attack that leaves the officers in tweak mode, and drops some gas and dips. So the rest of the League is here too, trying to figure out where Batman is and how to get back home. And they do the worst thing they possibly could in this situation. Splitting up. We don't know where or what dimension we're in. This could be the Eclipse dimension for all we know. That is not a gamble I am willing to take. But Arrow and Double W choose to stay in the city. Aquaman goes to Atlantis. You know, because he's a water person or whatever. And all of a sudden, Green Lantern needs to find a charging station for his ring. Strongest weapon in the universe. Battery life of a 2007 Android. I hate to see it, and you're never gonna believe this. Green Lantern goes looking for a charger for like 0.5 seconds and finds the Teen Titans torturing Slade. Now, I don't even think he terrorized them in this universe. This might be totally unprovoked. And if you're wondering where the rest are, Damian accidentally killed Nightwing, Beast Boy died in the Joker nuke from the start of the game, and Starfire should be trapped in the Phantom Zone with Robin, Superboy, and this other person right here. But don't worry, they're chill. Time is different, and Superman punched Superboy so hard that one of his ribs is now knee deep in his heart. So as long as they don't leave, his heart won't collapse. See, it's all good, bro. They're fine. Green Lantern puts an end to the torture, and they are confused. Green Lantern is supposed to be Yellow Lantern in this universe, but Raven realizes quick that he's not from here. So Lantern solos both of them, but he breaks Deathstroke free, and bro tells him to skedaddle out of here before the rest of them find him. And Green Lantern is like, and then pulls a Batman. Turns around to talk to Wonder Woman on his Apple Watch, and she's like, we need help. Now, he turns back over to Slade, but that brother is poof. Now, Wonder Woman and Green Arrow are going band for band with Sinestro. If I had money on this fight, I would be in shambles because they are getting dogged. Green Lantern steps in right before the squad wipe. Another minigame, and my hate for these controls is solidified. Peep this though.
Sinestro.
So Green Lantern is so secure in that beating that he just leaves Sinestro on the roof. Doesn't tie him up, doesn't chain him down, nothing. He goes back down the street level, and first one he checks on is Wonder Woman. See, this is that fiendish nature in y'all's brains. She is fine. She is okay. She has super strength, durability, and all that. She'll be fine. She can get up. Oliver Queen, the human, is over there passed out. Hasn't moved since Sinestro boomed him. Help! Anybody. But then the smell of Ho starts warping the air around us. The Green Lantern of this universe comes flying down wearing Sinestro's colors, and the first thing out of his mouth is, Sinestro's right. If I am ever in a room full of people, Sinestro included, and I'm talking, I don't care what I am saying. If Sinestro is over yonder nodding his head in agreement, I am turning myself into the authorities. My pronouns are he/he because I'll never be him. So Yellow Lantern continues this nonsense, but it doesn't get him anywhere. Beat him down. And after the fight, the police are now on their way, which I don't know why we're running. Like, we can take the police, like... This is a solid team, right? Like, they have guns, that's it. What are they gonna do? But the team walks around one corner, and the 5 stars is just cleared. Is that Batman? So next we got Aquaman. I'm gonna keep it a band. I do these videos for fun. Aquaman is not fun. Like you care about a fish man anyway. So after Aquaman's section, he teleports to this world's Batman's base. Green Arrow is over there popping pills. These are special pills that give the user a bit of super strength and durability. Basically, this game's reasoning as to why Harley cannot die after being suplexed by Superman from Mars. Batman then gives them the rundown of this Superman's tyranny, and it turns out of all the superheroes, Batman is the only one that stands against him. The rest are either dead or missing. And that's not to say that there are many that are dead or went missing to begin with. Nah, they folded. So we're down so bad that Lex Luthor is a valuable ally. But he's not evil in this timeline, so I guess that's something. But Batman says he has a weapon to deal with Superman. The only reason he hasn't used it is because he can't access it without them. These 4 exactly. It is an absolute miracle that they are here. A little too miracle, actually. Which leads Luthor to explain that this is all planned to a degree. They've been watching the main universe, and the nuke that Joker had was somehow connected to them getting here. I don't know, bro. I don't know. The game then cuts to evil Superman doing something at his desk. Wonder Woman then wanders in, and now, Injustice's Wonder Woman sucks. She's really got me thinking that we need that Wonder Woman game right now because Wonder Woman's reputation is in the dirt. It's in the gutter. She had one good movie and then a flop. And in Injustice, she's just so awful, bro. I mean, she's manipulating Superman, getting him to be more violent and all that, completely supporting his actions, straight glazer, clapping her hands and everything. He breathes. Standing ovation. Now, however, she isn't that bad in this game. It really comes to a head in Injustice 2, so I'm gonna have to save it all for that. So, Yellow Lantern then tells Superman about the doppelgangers, and Clark is like, go get them, which leaves us to Joker's chapter. It is trifling. Bro is just wandering around, bored, but our Batman is stalking him. Now, tell me how Joker spots Batman about to dive bomb and then counter Spartan kicks him out of the sky. Look at how far back he went. Who is responsible for writing this game? Like, how do we rectify this situation? Because somebody's gotta pay. Somebody's gonna pay. And then Batman has the nerves to get up with a limp. When did your leg get hurt? You are wearing riot armor. Oh no, let me guess. This leg limp is supposed to be the reason that Joker can win this fight. I am not stupid. Batman could be in a wheelchair. He is still gonna be out there punishing people for jaywalking. But oh no, Joker is about to lace Batman with some laughing gas. But luckily, the Anti-Justice League is on their way, so he dips. Well, it really wasn't luckily. It was pretty unluckily because now they're about to give him that death sentence or whatever. But he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And then this universe's Harley puts the boomer to... What is that? Stop playing with me. She starts pressing him, saying someone saw a fake Joker and Batman fighting. Yeah, somebody on this seriously populated street snitched on us. Wowzers. So Joker's like, hey, I'm the real Joker, baby. And she's like, no. So to prove that Joker is Joker, he beats her into submission. See, Harley can tell by the way that we humans create seismic bursts that echoes through the back ends of Metropolis that we are in fact the Jonkler. Harley hops up like, oh, you are the Joker. So she takes him to meet her new gang. And it turns out she's running an entire anarchist organization. But next we see Superman and his goons interrogating our Batman. Brother takes one look at him with the X-ray vision and says, oh nah, this is not our Batman. He's a duplicate. Tells Bruce to tell him what the plot is. So I beat him to death with a crowbar. But what I really think my best work was when I shot the commissioner's daughter in the spine. Come to find out, she's Batgirl. Talk about a 2-for-1 special. But enough ramblings though. This pill is gonna give us superpowers. Can you dig it? So the regime bursts into the meeting and it is straight chaos. Joker gets shot up, but the pills work. I don't know if this is a W due to the nature of his character, but we ball. And things get so heated that Harley activates the bat signal. For now, Joker has to hold his own against Hulk. Oh my gosh. For now, Joker has to hold his own against Hulk Girl. It is crazy how empty these levels be. Where did the budget go? If you didn't notice, these are the Arkham City models of these villains. I guess we know where the budget went after all, huh? See, that's how you write a script. It all comes back full circle. I am using a DualShock controller. What is this controller scheme? What happened to the numbers? Oh yeah, I'm refunding this game. Alright, so remember when I said that Nightwing was killed by Damian and Nightwing is right there? That ain't him. That's Damian. You wanna hear something funny too? Damian is supposed to be like 16. Listen to this.
Whose boots are tastier to lick?
Batman's a criminal, just like you.
His voice is deeper than mine. He sounds like he has a 401k and a family waiting for him at home. So he's beat and our league shows up. Damian and Hulk Girl freaking daddle out of there. And Joker is immediately in a lock. They start asking him where Batman is and he's like, Then Harley's gonna be like, oh, he can help. Nobody liked that, yada yada yada. Back in the main verse, what's left of the league is tweaking out. All of their friends are gone. There's nobody to fight crime. If Bruce doesn't pay the taxes on this giant watchtower that he's been funding, then they're cooked. But Cyborg was able to find out that they're stuck in another universe, and they have a way to get there. So Slade and Lex, no, I'm good. The Justice League and the Rogue Batman are breaking into the old Wayne Manor. See, when Superman turned bad, he straight up told the world that Bruce is Batman. A lot of people think that your loved ones being in danger is the worst thing that could happen when your secret identity is revealed. No, the fact that you threw 15,000 Nissan Altimas at villains over the span of 2 years, all of the little webs you left over the city, every time you jumped and the ground crumbled. No. That property damage bill? Oh yeah. They want to talk about that. They want to hear about that. And clearly, Mr. Wayne could not handle it. So Batman tells them why and how Superman went insane, and also threw in the fact that Joker put a heart monitor on Lois so that when she flatlined, that triggered the nuke in Metropolis. That is crazy. That is insane. How do you even get access to this kind of technology? Who is making this? Who is making the lifeline link to the nuke bomb? Why? Like, when did detonators become obsolete? And then he tells them that Green Arrow was killed by Superman, and I had to investigate. And come to find out, Green Arrow went out in one of the saddest ways possible. Those super pills that are floating around, Green Arrow did that. Mans went on a death mission to the Fortress of Solitude. He tried to get in there and get one of the pills so Batman could like duplicate it, but Superman comes wandering on in. And they talk somewhat, but it's clear that Clark is on BT. Bad timing. Oliver shoots an arrow, but it bounces off Clark and onto Clark's dad. And right then and there, Green Arrow knew his fate was sealed. So he sneaks a pill on an arrow and shoots it like 10 million miles out so Batman and Black Canary can find it. Now, Black Canary is his wife. Batman wanted to go back and get Green Arrow, but she sees the pill on the arrow and immediately knows that he is gone. And she was right. Superman beats him to a pulp. His parents are begging him to stop in the background. And Green Arrow is trying to talk, but his mouth, that thing is gone, brother. And his last thoughts are with his wife. I was so lucky. You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it. All of the heroes in this universe are pathetic. They all turn evil and follow Superman because they lose somebody close to them. Like, boo-hoo. That's literally what the job comes with. And who hasn't lost somebody? Like, bro, get in line. No one told anybody to become a superhero. Nobody asked you to. Well, you know, a couple of them probably got some alien powers and it was just raps for them. Like, but majority of them put on the costume and start inserting themselves into the situation. Like, you gotta take everything that come with that then. What you talking about? And Batman is over there losing somebody once a year. He is fine. Well, not fine. He's holding it down though. He's solid. So what is everybody else doing? You know, they're tweaking. But they break into Wayne Manor, into the Batcave, scan all their hands on this thingy, and hooray! The Kryptonite gun is unlocked. But oh no, the base starts rumbling, and the Anti-League is on their way. Batman starts running off to hide the Kryptonite gun like it's just Black Adam and Wonder Woman. You know, we have Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, a superpowered Green Arrow. If anything, you should be loading up that gun in case Superman appears. Then we can end this right now. So Green Arrow washes evil Wonder Woman, looks up to see Aquaman and Black Adam in a cuddle off, but then the Rock flies Fishman into the ceiling, and apparently that's all it takes to ruin the King of Atlantis. The team then locks that man down from the sky, and look at this. So all it takes is one little static shock. These are the people that handle Darkseid, so now I gotta step in and wash Black Adam for the team. And would you look at that, everyone else is fine right after the fight. Crazy. Batman then opens up the Kryptonite gun and sees it is out of commission, and he cannot fix it. Luckily, the League has found a way to teleport to the Injustice verse at that exact moment. That was a lie. The idea was to pull them back home instead. The machine then goes haywire and zips Cyborg into the alternate universe. And from Superman and Flash's view, it kinda looks like Cyborg just got turned into dust. This is a horrific day for them. Cyborg got teleported to the good Lex Luthor's base, but he hears one word about taking down Superman and proceeds to meat ride. Keep Mass's name out your mouth. I'm sorry. Brother has to have a world-ending fight with both Slade and Luthor before the League comes to tell him what's going on. Like, can we not speak around here? A simple, oh, I'm not from here would have went far. And then the team tries to make a plan to fix the kryptonite gun, but Batman comes in with the bad news. Superman, at approximately 5 p.m., me and my team will be executing the leader of the insurgency, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, aka Dead Parents Man, aka man. I wish peace, love, and positivity to all of you because that's what the regime is all about, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Unless you commit a heinous act upon which we will execute you in front of your firstborn child. If you do not have one will be provided to you. Thank you. So now we gotta go save Batman, but the League realizes that this is a trap. And so Batman forces Cyborg and Slade to go sneak into the Anti-League's base to go get something. I'm not sure. It's important, I guess. But the whole time they're searching, Cyborg is complaining about working with Slade. And this is so irritating. Like, am I some emotionless, cold-hearted super thug? Like, that is not even your Slade. He don't know you, gang. Just get in there and do the job. Like, okay, what? You want to cross enemy lines while you're lonesome? You're not like that. You couldn't even handle the car explosion that made you into a robot. But you think you're about to handle Superman and his army of superheroes if things get a little wacky. But Slade leaves to go do something somewhere. Evil Catwoman beams into the base, and Cyborg fumbles so bad. Catwoman walks in and says, "Hey." Cyborg responds with a, "Hey." A simple interaction, you say. None too crazy, you think. Nah, the operation is cooked. Take a look at Cyborg's disguise right here. Does a man in this garb say hey or acknowledge anybody? Ever? No.
Since when has that stopped you?
Yeah, we've had some, wild time.
He's been excommunicated from the Black.
Y'all stay safe out here, bro. It gets wicked. So I beat Catwoman, right? And then the Cyborg of this universe appears and they start hacking each other's systems. It is so hilarious. Your respiratory systems have been eliminated. Okay, that's cool. Let's see how you do without access to your bank account. Oh no, it's empty. I am now activating the ED protocols. Nice try, but I've gone full chrome. Without your nervous system, it's back to lobby for you, pal. Indoctrinating the anti-inflation. Too late. I've already registered you as a certified felon in 48 out of the 50 states. Have fun in Detroit. No, not Detroit. Not Detroit. So some other stuff happens, and somehow Deathstroke beats the Flash. Get this off my screen. Yeah, so they get the gun thing, but spoiler alert, they never use it. This is all filler, I think. But we're in the end game now. Superman has assembled his forces and they are waiting patiently for someone to try and break Batman out. But from out of the sea comes Aquaman and his army of crabs. I cannot believe what I am seeing right now. Batman and Green Arrow sneak in while the heat's getting hot, but they get ambushed by Catwoman and Damian. Catwoman jumps Bruce, saying that she only joined Superman so that she could distract Superman, so that they could run away together. Holy hell, my brain hurts. So we get Catwoman and midlife crisis Damian out of here and make our way deeper into the base. Aquaman's crab army is actually working out there. They're saying retreat. They're actually retreating. The Superman then steps in but gets low broed by Wonder Woman and Green Lantern in an instant. Batman then finds Batman, but Arrow has been corrupted by Raven. These stage animations have got to stop. And what is with these clashes? We are human. And back outside, Superman is choking Wonder Woman mid-air. Her health bar is blinking. Aquaman then throws a spear which somehow hurts Superman enough for him to drop her. Now I gotta read some Superman comics after this, cause if it takes a green rock or a super roided out alien from space to make Superman even bleed, then he should be wiping everybody out right now. Aquaman grabs his spear at the same time as Superman and rushes him into a Cybertruck. Aquaman then manages to throw him back and proceeds to jump 50 feet into the air like he's about to get the finishing blow. But he misses and starts throwing these feeble fish punches. And Superman is just like, okay, cool, and launches him into space. Now he was fully ready to impale Arthur with that spear till Green Lantern bubbles him, and now Superman is hot. He's on his tail. He's angry. So Batman, and Arrow are trying to escape, but Superman sees them from above. He doesn't like that one bit, and he flies down, not to stop them, but to give them a headache of a speech that's just long enough for them to jump off a cliff and beam away. And now Superman is like, okay, they're at the Watchtower, obviously, which of course they didn't because that's way too obvious. He flies up there though, and everything's cool, is calm, is collected, and then boom. I do not care about Lex Luthor. I do not care about Bruce Willis. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Let's get to it. So before the big fight started happening, right, this idiot Harley broke Joker out of jail just to immediately become his sidekick again. And then Lex leaves his base, right, starts flying around and gets boomed by the Jonkler and Harley. So Joker sees that suit, right, and he's like, oh yeah, I want that, I need it. It's my colors, it's green, it's purple, that's me. And I'm thinking, okay, he must have like a really good plan of getting this suit up off him. But he tells Harley to go get it. Now, in what world are either one of you getting him out of that suit? Do they think it's funny, goofy game? They're insane. Yeah. But yeah, duh, obviously Harley loses. Big surprise. And Joker starts going off the deep end, says, well, guess I gotta kill her. Got both Lex and Harley looking crazy. So Lex stops the Joker and then blah 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 blah. Look at this Green Lantern fight. But yeah, Lex does some more stuff and then Superman gets him out of the way. But now Superman is officially tweaking out of his mind. Batman is in the corner, plotting, comes out the cut saying, oh yeah, I'm about to flatten cities like Joker did. We're gonna invade the other multiverses and conquer them for ourselves. We're gonna be the kings and kings of everything. And the Hall of Meat Eaters hear this insane rants and raving and starts applauding, clapping their hands like, and Shazam is the only one to say, huh? What? He's like, oh, we probably shouldn't do that, like we're superheroes. Yellow Lantern made sure to halt Flash to get him out of that situation, because he knows Superman is about to lose his mind. Now, Shazam, Billy, is trying to insert a bunch of logic into the situation, trying to get everybody to like turn away from their evil ways. And Superman, he's not liking it, he's not liking it. Now, he could have made it out of this jam alive, with jail time, but he'd be alive. But he made the small error of mentioning Lois to Superman and gets his skull lasered. How the entire room except Black Adam, Corrupted Raven, and Sinestro, the actual villains, don't wait for Superman to leave and start plotting is beyond me, is beyond brain dead. Shazam is like 8 years old or something, and Superman is just like, clean it up. But Flash is like, oh yeah, I gotta go. But Lantern tries to stop him. It didn't work. Grundy tries to, but play me a laugh track or something. And this is what I was talking about earlier. He is covering millions of miles in milliseconds, but stopping Joker was too much. This is crazy. So Flash is trying to warn the League, but he gets distracted with Sinestro's army meeting thing. How hard is it to get a lantern ring? And didn't Sinestro make those fear rings? If I had an army, I would be passing them out like candy. So Flash steals all their guns and just stops to let Sinestro hoe him. I get the controller and I do what needs to be done. Then he buries him under multiple layers of steel bricks. He's gotta be dead in there, right? There's no way. So Flash makes his way to the base and he tries to talk to Green Arrow, but Arrow insists that they fight for some reason and then has the nerve to lose? Injustice. Injustice, God's among us, everybody. But Batman has lost all hope. The gun is gone. Superman is just being Superman. So he wants to send the good League home. But our Batman is like, oh, well, how about we just bring our Superman here and have him beat up your Superman? But for some reason, their Batman is like, no, but I'm gonna keep it a Bisley-Wizzly with you. I do not care about the rest of this game. Injustice 2 has a way better plot, a way better ending than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just fighting now. It's all out war. No real solution till our Superman pops up and starts soloing everybody. You know, I'm not really into the wasting time business. Because our only real issue right now is that Injustice Batman doesn't trust normal Superman to not turn insane, which makes zero sense. Like, why would he get here and just be like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go crazy. So Batman and Batman start fighting, but it's like, I really don't care. The fight looks like it's just here so we can see two Batmans fighting. And then they agree right after anyway, so what did we gain? What did we gain that couldn't be gotten through words? See, that's the problem. That's why your parents died. And like I said, Superman comes in there and he starts humbling everybody and murders like so many people. There are civilians in these cars, Clark. Like, please stop? Maybe Batman was right. My fault. But what's a few dead innocents where we're talking about freedom? Because good Superman beats evil Superman, yada yada yada. That's enough of that. So tune in next week for like The Walking Dead season 1. Oh, I really skipped around again.
Come on, old man. We've got bad guys who need chasing.